What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Michael Knapp Fishing. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I greatly appreciate you all tuning in. Hit that notification button down there. Hit the subscribe button as well. The notification is going to let you know when we post a new video, and you will have the opportunity to try and win a Tackle Warehouse gift card that we hide in our videos from time to time. You'll need the username and the password, which will be on one screen. It is a very, very brief section. You'll have to watch the whole video and watch for it to pop up and get that information off there, and then you can go buy whatever you want at Tackle Warehouse on my dime. So today's video, we're going over the Alberto Knot. I wasn't gonna do this video. I don't like tying this knot, but it is a knot that I use for braid to fluorocarbon leader, especially on my spinning, actually only on my spinning rods, because that's the only time that I do a leader. So we're gonna dive into the Alberto Knot. We're gonna use bigger line than I normally do, so you can all see it a little bit better. So we're gonna try and make this work and see what we can do with it. So let's go, guys. All right, guys, so I'm very hesitant to film this video because this is probably the most complex knot of the series. So I'm going to try my best to do it justice and really be able to show you all how to work this. So we are going to do this with bigger line than usual. So I've got my fluorocarbon here. This is actually 17-pound test. I've never done it with this before, but I wanted the bigger line for you all to be able to see it. And then we've got 65-pound test braid here. Yet again, I've never done it with that before, but I want you to be able to see the line. So here's how we're going to do this. You're going to start with your leader line. Traditionally, it's 8-pound test fluorocarbon for me. 8 to 10-pound test fluorocarbon is traditionally what I use. So we're going to take my line and we're going to double it, just like this, okay? Double it up. You got this loop here. Just leave it doubled like that. Take your braid. You're going to stick it through the hole, okay? Now, the way that I like to do this is I will keep my pinky finger, yet again, down here in this loop, my pinky or my ring, whichever one you prefer. Keep your pinky finger down there, and I keep all of them down there, and I hold it just like this, and then I pinch it here. So you have got your braided main line here. I'm gonna try to keep that over there for you to see. And then you've got your tag end and your main leader line here, both of them there, okay? So I'm going to hold them in my other hand like this, and I'm going to leave about that 3-inch section right there for where we're going to wrap the line. So here's our braid, and we're going to take our braid and we are just going to wrap it 6 to 7 times is how many times I like to wrap it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, I missed it, sorry. 7 times, okay? So this is what it should look like. You've got that wrapped 7 times. You see a loop down here that I've got my pinky in. I've wrapped that braid 7 times right there. Now, here's where it gets tricky. We are going to pinch it again with our other hand here to keep that line there. And we're going to grab the braid and we're going to wrap it back again over top of it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Okay, now there's the wraps. You've double wrapped that. Now I'm going to gently let go of that line down there and grab it right here. Here is your loop, the main loop that you had your pinky through, okay? You now want to take this line here and go through that hole, okay? I like to come up through the hole and just grab it. You see my 2 fingers are through that hole there, and I'm just gonna grab that and bring it through. Now, I have got the tag end of braid and the main line here all together in that hand. and I'm just going to slide it together. Now, keep in mind, I'm using much larger line than usual. Okay, there is your Alberto Knot. It is usually a very small, sleek knot. Obviously, keep in mind, 65-pound test braid and 17-pound fluorocarbon. There's nothing sleek or small about this in particular knot. But when you're using it on, you know, 10, 12, 15, 20-pound braid that has the diameter of 6 to 8 pound line, and then an 8-pound leader, this knot is extremely minute, very, very small. This, in my opinion, is probably the best connector line out there. You can see it's strong, it's tight. Now, the cool thing about this line, and this knot, I'm sorry, you can actually trim it completely down to no tag ends, to where it is buried in there. It's not gonna come out. Let me just trim this real quick for you guys. So you can see there is barely any tag end there. I could actually trim that a little closer too. This is the one time that I'm gonna be cool with y'all getting super microscopic with it, especially if this knot has to go through your eyes. There, I got it that time. If this knot has to go through your eyes, you don't want any of that tag end sticking out. And you can see, it's not slipping, it's not going anywhere. That knot is secured. So, as the previous videos, we're gonna tie it one more time. Try not to waste too much of that line. Oh, there's actually the knot. Let me see if I can hold that for you. Put it in the pliers. That there is your knot. And you can see it still didn't come unraveled. The knot is very, very strong. It's the way that it's wrapped in there. It binds together so well that it's not gonna come out. That line is not going anywhere. It's a very, very good knot. I love that knot a lot. So, one more time, we're gonna tie it again. Here is your main line, the 17-pound test fluorocarbon. Mainline leader. We're going to make a loop in it. I'm gonna stick my finger down in there eventually. Your braid right through it. Okay. Take my pinky and I'm gonna hold that line and that braid right there, and then I'm gonna pinch it with my pointer finger and my thumb. Now, I'm gonna grab my tag end and my main leader line here, and I'm just gonna hold on to them like this. Take that braid and wrap it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I've wrapped that line 7 times. That is what it's going to look like right there. 7 wraps. Now, I'm going to hold that 7th wrap. I'm going to hold on to it so it doesn't go anywhere. And I'm going to grab this braid tag end, and I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it has now been wrapped 7 up and 7 back. Now, we are going to gently let go of that end down there, and I'm going to grab right up here again, keeping those wraps intact. Now, you see our loop here, mainline braid, tagline braid. We're going to take this braid and go back through that hole like so. Grab the 2 braids, the tagging and the mainline braid, slide your hand down and grab the fluorocarbon mainline and braid. Just gently pull it together like so. Voila. There is your Alberto knot. And guys, when it comes to fluorocarbon to braid, or even mono to braid, there are, geez Louise, there are tons of knots out there that you can tie. When I first got into the leader game, I never liked having leaders because of the knots. I just couldn't tie the knots fast. I didn't like them. So I ran 100% pure fluorocarbon on my spinning gear. And, you know, I was having to change that, you know, every 3 or 4 fishing trips because it was just getting coiled. It was unbearable. I couldn't use it. With braid, you don't have to do that. Braid lasts me a minimum of a season. This braid is 2 seasons. I mean, some of the braid is just so high quality that you don't have to change it every couple of days like you do fluorocarbon. So I've got the leader down here now. I change out the leader whenever I need to. It's a lot easier to do that. And it really improved my fishing game a lot when I stepped up to braid to fluoro leader. And like I said, when it comes to 20 pound to 8 pound, or 20 pound braid to 8 pound fluorocarbon, it's minute. Actually, I will show you. I have that knot. Let me show you real quick how small it is. All right, I've got this is my actual line, like the actual line that I use to fish with, not this. This I did for you all to be able to see. So this is the demonstration purposes knot. This is the actual knot, and please forgive the fraying there. My scissors, I didn't have very good scissors at the time when I tied that compared to my Rapala ones now that are extremely sharp. Let me see if I can clean that up a little bit and let y'all see it just a little bit better. Let me grab both knots together. There we go. See if y'all can see that any better. Like I said, the top one was just for demonstration purposes, but the bottom one is so minute that it slides right through my guides perfectly every time, no problems. I'm a fan of the knot. I'm a firm believer that this is the best braid to mono or any braid to leader knot out there. So if you guys are looking for a really good leader knot, I really feel as though the Alberto knot is the ticket. You know, a lot of people are going to argue that the FG knot is the best knot out there. I'm not going to deny that. The FG knot probably is the best knot. It's the smallest, the strongest, but I ain't going to take the time to tie it. I mean, it takes you a couple minutes to tie that knot. This knot, it takes me 30 seconds. It's a very fast knot. It's a very strong knot. I've never broken the knot itself. I've broken leader line, and it's actually came back with more leader line on it because I broke it like halfway through, but I've never actually broken that knot. It's a very, very strong knot, and it's a very compact knot, which is what you want when you're talking leader lines to braid main. But anyway, guys, like I said, last video, I wanted to bring you that knot. I was a little hesitant as to how this was going to go over. I haven't actually watched this video to know if it's going to be good. I don't have any way of watching myself doing it. So I hope it turned out well. But like I said, if it didn't, obviously you just won't see it. But like I said, you know, this is a great knot all around, and I feel like it's a really easy knot to learn as well. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what line or what braid to leader line tie you use. What knot do you use that you like? This is the Alberto knot. This is what I prefer to use. Anyway, guys, if y'all ever see me out on the water, come out, talk to me, we'll say hey, and talk a little bit of fishing. Take care, guys.